Wadimorigi contemplative, measured, I used to think I knew what fear meant. Before Cabo, fear was turbulence or checking your bank account after a night out. It started as the perfect vacation. Me, Sarah, Marcus, and Dev, desperate to escape our cubicle lives. On day 3, Dev found a trail marked with ancient Mayan symbols. The climb took 2 hours through jungle so dense it swallowed sound. At the summit we found a mining shaft dropping into absolute darkness, surrounded by vines. First note of unease. The vines were wrong. Too dark, almost black, with a surface texture like scar tissue. Sarah brushed against one taking a photo, just a small scratch on her forearm. Voice tightening. The wound didn't bleed red, it oozed something darker, thicker. When we tried to leave, the trail had changed, covered in vines that were growing as we watched. Marcus started hacking at them with his machete and they bled this thick black sap that smelled like copper and rot. Fear breaking through. And then they moved, not like plants, but deliberately, like fingers reaching. They wrapped around Marcus's legs before he could step back. He tried to cut them, but more kept coming, tightening. Voice cracking. Then I heard the sound I'll never forget. Not a crack, but a grinding, like mortar and pestle. Barely controlled. The vines were crushing his legs, slowly pulverizing the bones while he screamed. Traumatized. His legs collapsed into shapeless bloody sacks, and the screaming became something not quite human. More vines came from the shaft, hundreds of them, pulling him toward the darkness. Dev tried to grab him, and the vines took Dev too, squeezed until we heard his ribs cracking. Raw. I ran, God forgive me, I ran and left them screaming behind me. They searched for 3 days, found nothing, said I must have been confused about the location. But Sarah made it out too, or so I thought. The scratch on her arm healed wrong, left black tracery under her skin like roots spreading. Last week she called, said she could feel them growing inside her, said she could hear them whispering. The police found her this morning in her bathtub, surrounded by black vines that had burst through her skin. They grew from her veins, replacing her circulatory system, inch by inch. The coroner said she'd been dead for hours, but the vines were still moving, still growing. And sometimes, late at night, I check my skin for any mark I might have missed. Because I remember now, I grabbed a vine when I was running and there was a thin line of blood on my palm. It's healed now, barely visible, but yesterday I swear I felt something move beneath it. Something patient, something growing, something that's been waiting to bloom.